Well, hello there, viewers, and welcome to this edition of Rob Blog, which is actually a vlog on YouTube, but I call it Rob Blog. Well, welcome today. Right off the top, if you're wondering how I'm feeling with my back and that, no, it's not 100% better. It's a little bit better, but I've had this for a week now, and it's very hard for me not to do things. So thank goodness again for Dr. Hole. I use Dr. Hole a couple times, maybe 3 times a day. Dr. Hole, he and me inseparable. Dr. Hole. Okay? Yeah. No, this is a good, I like this. It keeps you limber enough, and hopefully that with my exercises and whatnot, this will eventually go away. But most of the time, viewers, when I have my back feeling this way, it takes at least 2 weeks before it to just go away. So we'll see what happens. And I'm hanging in there, but I'm still doing a few things too. I'm trying to do a few things in the garden. The worst is still getting up. You know, once you're sitting down for a half hour or so and getting up, you forget. Your mind says get up, and your back says not so fast, young man. And anyways, you have to deal with it. Things could be worse. So, well, here we are today. It's actually been a nice day on the island, and people are getting excited here because as we move through this week and into next, weather summer-like is to appear. I don't know whether to believe it or not when it happens, but next week there are some 27s and 28s. So we'll see if that happens on the island. But today was a lovely warm day. You could sit up front with coffee, and we went to a neighbor's house to dig up a couple of plants. And I put those plants in the garden, and a couple of other wild plants which are called California poppies. Now, they kind of look a bit different than the poppies we used to grow in Ontario, but they're basically one petal all the way around and a bright, beautiful orange color. So we managed to pick a few of those, to not pick, just dig them. And these things have like one root like that, a long center root. And so we dug a few of them up from an empty field not far from us, and we planted them earlier today. So hopefully they will take root, and they don't like a lot of water, and they don't get too far into the soil. You know, they stay towards the upper bit, I guess, to get what moisture they can in some of the desert-like soil that we have here and there. And part of our backyard, our tiered yard, the bottom part, I'm telling you, it goes a day or two without water, and it's like a desert. So that's what we've been doing. I'll tell you, if I can remember, I will insert a couple of still photos of our garden, of our terrace garden at the back, how much it's growing, and the color that is there with irises and daisies and whatnot. So if I'm going to insert it, I will try to remember to insert it at this point. I just had a little look at the time, so I know. So, here's another thing. One of my favorite shoes to wear are Crocs. And I have a pair of what I call Dr. Reed Crocs, and they're the Crocs that are all filled in at the front. So if you're not spilling liquids and they're falling through onto your feet. So I have my Dr. Reed Crocs, and I have other Crocs which have the holes in them, of course. But what I like the best are the flip-flops from Crocs. Croc flip-flops. Now I have a pair called Reviva, which I bought in Hawaii the year before COVID, and I just love them. They're so good on your feet. The heels are well padded, they're thick, and you can walk forever. And I was thinking that I better look for another pair because they're not starting to wear. It's just some of the treads on the bottom are looking a little worse for wear. So they're still great shoes. So I did order myself a new pair. Look at, they just came yesterday. Nice. And this is where all this padding. And my other Reviva Crocs, the padding might be just a little bit thicker. I'm not too sure. But anyways, that's what you get. I ordered them online from Crocs on Amazon. They came in about 3 days. And what I have to do now, here's another product. I get no money for this, ladies and gentlemen. Goo Gone. So what Goo Gone does is get rid of that sticky glue underneath the labels or price tags you have. And right here inside of my shoe, you see right here there was a label. And when you take that label off, it just tells you the size, which the size is on the bottom of the shoe anyway. When you take it off, it's a little sticky. So Goo Gone applied to the stickiness will get rid of it. And I haven't applied it yet, but I will do so today. I was looking at one of the comments about these particular flip-flops. And one of the earlier comments was from a lady who said she bought the flip-flops, she took off the sticker inside, and now the sticker, she tried everything to get rid of the stickiness, and she couldn't, so she returned them. Honestly, never heard of Goo Gone? Anyhow, I have heard of it, and I am going to fix it. And it's strange. I mean, some of these big companies with what people return and the reasons why, it's a little strange. But no, not to fear. My Crocs will be fixed. That little bit of stickiness that's in here, it's not a big deal. I've been wearing them today, and it's not a big deal to have that stickiness, but I will get rid of it. Well, viewers, not to keep you too long today, thank you so much for tuning in. And for those of you who were concerned with my back problems, I so much appreciate that. Also, what I would appreciate if you hit that little like thing at the bottom underneath me. The like is very important to the algorithms on TuneIn. So just hit that little like button if you would. The other thing you could do for me is tune into my stations Starlight or Swish, which is the Islands Golden Classics. And there will be a little ad at the end of this video. Tune in, and some great music, stuff from the 50s up to some, not to present day, but pretty close in the last few years. You'll hear that at the Islands Golden Classics. And on Starlight, you'll hear some good oldies, maybe from the 50s, some standards before rock and roll came in. But you'll also hear a lot of great music too. Some of the songs you hear on Swish and Starlight are the same. So tune into those stations for me, and that helps me, as well as hitting that like button right here. Anyways, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Love and joy be all around for 2-2-2. And we'll talk to you next time right here on this very Rob Blog. Bye for now. Take care.